I thought the hardest part would be discovering the truth. I was wrong. The hardest part was sitting across from him, knowing everything, and realizing he still believed I knew nothing. I waited 3 days before I said anything, not because I was afraid, not because I was unsure, but because I wanted to speak from a place where emotion wouldn't take control of the narrative. I had already cried. I had already raged in silence, already mourned the version of us that no longer existed. By the time I spoke, I was calm. That calm unsettled him more than anger ever could. We sat at the kitchen table, the same place where we'd shared meals, plans, and laughter that now felt like they belonged to another lifetime. I need to talk to you, I said. He looked up from his phone, surprised. About what? I studied his face, how relaxed it was, how unguarded, the ease of someone who believes the truth is still hidden. About us. That was when his expression changed, just slightly, a flicker of something. I didn't accuse him. I didn't list any evidence. I didn't raise my voice. I just asked one question. Is there someone else? Silence filled the space between us. It wasn't confusion. It wasn't shock. It was calculation. No, he said finally, too quickly. And in that moment, something inside me went completely still. Not hurt, not anger, finality. I know, I said. That was all. 2 words. No explanation needed. His face drained of color. What do you mean, you know? I met his eyes. I didn't blink. I know, I repeated. Enough. He tried to explain. Of course he did. He said it didn't mean anything. He said it wasn't serious. He said it started because he felt distant from me, from himself, from life. He said he didn't want to hurt me. That was the cruelest lie of all. You had choices, I said quietly, and you made them. He reached for my hand. I pulled it back. Not dramatically, just decisively. I gave you loyalty, I continued. Patience, grace. I believed in you when you didn't even believe in yourself. He opened his mouth to speak. I raised my hand. No, this isn't a conversation where you get to feel better. The room felt heavier then, like gravity itself had shifted. I didn't need perfection, I said. I just needed honesty. He looked down, and that told me everything. There was a time when this moment would have completely destroyed me, when I would have begged him to choose me, when I would have tried to fix what he so carelessly broke. But that woman was gone. I'm leaving, I said. He looked up sharply. You don't mean that. I do. He asked for another chance. He said we could rebuild. He said we had history. I nodded. We do, I said. And that history taught me exactly what I deserve. When I stood up, my legs didn't shake. That surprised me. What shook was him. I packed quietly. No dramatic exits, no slammed doors. Just the sound of a life being carefully folded and put away. At the door, I paused, not for him, but for myself. I loved you, I said. That part was real. Then I left. Outside, the air felt different, lighter, like my lungs finally had room to expand. I realized then that the conversation hadn't ended us. His choices had. All I did was refuse to carry them anymore. This isn't the end of the story. If you want to see what happens after the ending, what comes next in this journey, be sure to subscribe to Berries Inc. and watch the next episode. Thank you for being here with me.